Good morning and welcome. We begin this morning's broadcast with some breaking news from the Atlantic War. Today, a heartbreaking loss for Britain. The mighty British flagship HMS Hood was sunk during a fierce naval battle in the Denmark Strait against Kriegsmarine battlecruisers Prinz Eugen and the recently completed, prior to the Nazi regime's flagship, Bismarck. Our analysts have carefully redepicted the epic battle by means of new animation technology for you, seen first on GBD Channel 9 News.
Bismarck fires her 8 15-inch guns. The rangefinders locked on Hood.
Ja, dann ist nur, wir haben ja die Abschüsse gemerkt.
The enormous blasts rocked the ship back into the water due to the recoil.
Abschüsse in die, der Rückstoß.
We knew if the shells hit their target, there would be tremendous damage.
After 20 seconds in flight, a single 1,700-pound armor-piercing shell plunges through Hood, dead center. The armor-piercing shell penetrates deep into the bowels of the ship. The powder in a main magazine ignites. British crewmen aboard Prince of Wales watch in muted horror as a geyser of flames spew from Hood's ruptured deck.
This massive amount of powder in that magazine did something we call deflagration. It's like a giant Roman candle burning in an enclosed space.
Then, a huge explosion buckles the hull, twisting and shearing the mighty ship in half. The bow lifts vertically into the air as her midsection sinks.
She'd gone about 30 degrees, 40 degrees, I suppose. We realized that she just wasn't coming back. There was no order given to abandon ship. It wasn't necessary.
Ted Briggs and the men on the compass platform struggled to escape.
The flag lieutenant was just in front of me. The squadron navigating officer, Commander Warren, stood to one side to let me go through. He just went like that. Can't forget that.
Across the water, the Germans look on at their stricken adversary.
The ship broke into pieces. We were sure an explosion of that kind must have killed everybody.
As Hood slides beneath the waves, her forward turret fires a final, defiant salvo before slipping into darkness.
I managed to get out of the starboard door of the compass platform, down the ladder to the Admiral's Bridge, which was directly underneath. And it was about halfway down that ladder when I became level with the water. And it was dragging me down.
Briggs is pulled deeper and deeper by the sinking ship.
I honestly thought I'd had it. It was then that I suddenly seemed to shoot to the surface. I came up and looked around, and there was the ship. About 50 yards away, like that. I panicked, turned and tried and swim away as fast as I could. When I looked round again, she'd gone. And there was a fire on the water where she'd been. There were only 3 of us that came to the surface. Of the other 1,418 were lost.
Our entire nation's condolences go out to the lost crew of Her Majesty's the Hood, and indeed the entire great nation of Britain, who have suffered a monumental loss of might and prestige to the vicious Nazi war machine. This has been a GBD Channel 9 breaking news update. Thank you and good night.